Howdy, howdy, boys and girls, and welcome back to Bloons Tower Defense 6. Now, I'm kind of tired today, obviously, so we're going to go back to this game. And, just kind of expect this to be a slow, chill video. I am not sure what I want to play on. I probably should have figured that out before I got in here. Let's go to Cubism. I always like this one. I don't know why. Basically, busy day at work. Just trying to chillax now. Using Oben, I don't know if I did in the last video, but obviously I'm going to get a lot farther because I played a lot more of this game. I moved the camera down here so you can actually see what round I'm on at the top right. Yeah, so first off, found an absolutely broken druid strategy because Oben himself at level 2, which he's not quite at yet, all druids in range get +1 pierce. It's already great because druids are basically shotguns, so they hit many times all at once. So it's a lot of damage all at once. Now, at level 11, I think that gets cranked up to 11. Haha, ignore the pun. With Nature's Clarity, all magic monkeys in range get +5 range and +2 pierce, and druids get an additional +1 pierce. So +5 range, +3 pierce to each individual druid around him. And of course this goes to other magic monkeys. Circle super monkey vigorously. So yeah, every magic monkey around Oben becomes absolutely broken. It's the easiest combination in the entire game. Now, that's not where it ends though. Because I can put this here, right? Yeah, okay. The druids themselves actually have great synergy with each other, which actually, surprisingly, not a lot of monkeys do. The dart monkey has great synergy with itself. The sniper has kind of good synergy with itself. The sub has good synergy with itself. The ninja has good synergy with itself. The druid, and that's actually about it. That's about all it works out to. But if we're talking about like just self synergy, one tower, destroy everything, it's got to be the druid. Because as the druid gets upgrades on this bottom path, the first one is reach. The second one is, yes, plus 10% attack speed. This is why I had to look it up. It's a whole paragraph. And 1% for every life loss from the starting value after the upgrade. Max is 100%, diminishes if lives are restored. Basically, that second half doesn't matter. Just 10% attack speed. It's already great. I don't plan to just burn lives, so that doesn't really mean anything. After this, it's more attack speed, but that attack speed ramps up as it's attacking. So especially here at the start where they are, they're going to keep attacking all around. So they're just going to keep ramping up to more and more attack speed, more and more damage, and just start shredding by the time Bloons come back around to the start, which is great for Cubism because they come right back to the start like 3 or 4 times. But the reason I'm putting so many druids around here is because the upgrade after that one increases the attack speed and pierce of all nearby druids, like to that druid. It doesn't do it to itself, but it does it to all druids around it, and it stacks up to a max of 5 times. And so that means you actually need 6 druids, because technically, since they can't buff themselves, there has to be a druid and 5 other druids. 1 plus 5. So it's good to clump them all together as close as you can get. Make sure they can all button reach. Of course, you can see this druid's reach isn't great in the slightest, so that's why the first upgrade is reach. So you make sure you can actually get that far. And the only downside to this strategy is camo balloons. But if you, I think I showed it in the last one, if you watched my previous Bloons Tower Defense videos, you can see that the wizard does not care what camos you have. It will just reveal all of them, even up to the DDT, I think it's called, which is just a big black balloon that's super fast and has built-in camo. So if I put a wizard somewhere around Oben, like maybe on this green tile down below him, I should be able to make it work. Okay, so if I put it here, that reaches here. So that's 3, 4, 1 here, 1 on the green, I'm thinking. And as you can see already, with just the basic +1 Pierce buff that Open gives at level 2, they're already annihilating. And this probably, again, I don't know if I said this, but the cheapest, if not one of the cheapest ways. That's sad. I can't put it on the red. Can I put 2 down here that still are in range? I probably can. Go a little farther. I think that counts for him. I'll put 1 more to the right of that and see if that works. If it doesn't work, there's a way around it, so I'm pretty okay with this. I just want to make sure I can get all the druids down first. And now I need to get up to 85. Yeah, I think that counts. I think it counts from their feet, so the fact that his feet is like here, it should be fine. Yeah, because he could definitely cover that. Okay. Okay, so there's my 6 druids. What can fit right here? I'm sure I've put something right here. But yeah, there are also better heroes than Oben, but just because of Oben's ability, that's the only reason I'm using him. There's no other reason to use Oben in this situation, besides the fact that it's druids. Maybe I put you here. I don't really want to put you there. You still reach here, actually, can you? Yeah, he reaches all of this. I could technically put this down here. And work on that. Okay. As you can see, I'm kind of spreading out my money a lot right now, which you actually don't want to do in this game. You want to have like a few really good, decent towers. But I'm setting up the groundwork so that I don't die early. Okay. So, the wizard, of course, has monkey sense, so he can hit camos, and his magic's a little stronger, is what that first upgrade did. So I should be able to survive for a fair bit just off of this. But keep in mind, these literally have abysmal, if any kind of upgrades to them. But Oben's already halfway to level 11, which is going to be their massive upgrade. And if they really start doing bad, I could like put alchemists around them. Basically doubles the effectiveness of any single tower. And we could just absolutely annihilate without even getting the druid buff. Like, the druid buff hasn't started yet. That's the one I was getting the wizard for. So now it's just a matter of, do I want to build other things first, or do I want to make sure my druids get stronger? I'm leaning towards druids just because they look so dope. Because the druid kind of looks dorky at first. I don't know what the cape's for, but right off the bat, second upgrade immediately looks so much better. I don't know why he has a black cape in his profile picture, but a green cape on the actual unit, but I won't question it. So yeah, that one, 10% attack speed. Here's more attack speed as the round goes on. And then this is where it kind of starts to get expensive, but this is the one that's really important, so it's understandable why it's expensive. Let's go a couple more rounds, figure this out. We can kind of auto-start at this point because we're just going to glide right through these rounds. I think I only got to like 75 or 80 the last video, if you watched the last video. So I'm going to prove right here, right now, that I'm a lot better at this game for starters. Also, great thing, these metal balloons, you'll notice that the thorns from the druids do nothing against. But they don't have to, because Oben himself can pop metal balloons. Because Oben can't hit purples or camos, and druids can't hit metals or camos. So camos are like the only problem with this setup. Which Wizard Monkey can easily deal with on his own, but he's not, so we're gonna pop that real quick. Shimmer's great because you see that periodic purple pulse. There's no more camels. I can't show it. But anything that's touched by that immediately loses its camo. And I mean anything. So I want to cover as much track with this wizard monkey, so that even if it's going fast, it's going to get hit by it by the time it leaves. But yeah, so let's actually get another druid up to Pop Lust. Now you can see ×2 on these non-upgraded druids, but the ones that are upgraded are only ×1 because they are the ones upgrading. You can figure out the math there. Okay. But yeah, you can see this escalates fast from here on out. I'm not even around 40, whereas when you see the first Moab, and I'm already destroying before they can even really enter the map. The really sad part is, like, my favorite monkey, the engineer, and my second favorite monkey, the magic monkey, are slowly, like, phasing out of my playstyle. Even though I've used them since, like, the first time I've played a Bloons game. Absolutely destroyed. Yeah, okay. Just keep going. But, like, the wizard monkey's not nearly as good as he used to be, and the engineer's just kind of good, not being absolutely broken anymore. So now my wizard monkey is just my camo protection, and the engineer is like that cheap option that I use sometimes in the harder difficulties to stop early rounds. The amount of money you get after the 40th round absolutely skyrockets, so that's wonderful. And we almost have all of the druids upgraded. Now, of course, I don't know if I meant... I'm almost positive I mentioned this in the first video I made of Bloons. But every tower can only get 1/5 upgrade, and then it gets a secondary upgrade, but not a third one. So I have to either pick this or this, and it'll lock the other path. On the secondary upgrade, you can only go to the second level. So it's going to be something like 520 or 250 or something like that. For the druids, for this combination, the best has to be 025. Just making sure these camos don't get through. Because Thorn Swarm throws 8 thorns instead of 5. This whole thing is just about as much attack damage as possible, so that helps a lot. And Heart of Oak just kind of stops regrows, but it's so cheap and not that useful, I don't even bother getting it. So just doing this, 200 each, just about doubles their entire effectiveness. Almost, of course, because 5 to 8. They're throwing insanely fast, murdering ceramics because that's their whole bread and butter. Just hitting as many times as possible. If any camels come by, the wizard monkey's got it. And actually, if I wanted a second wizard, which I do, how far over here does it reach? About there. Yeah, that's fine. I could go up the top path, because the top path wizard monkey, Grand Mage or whatever, Archmage, technically has the 3rd tier upgrade for this. And this is the only monkey that does this, because normally you can only get up to the 2nd tier once you've gone to a 5th tier in a different tree. But getting this one automatically unlocks both Dragon's Breath and Shimmer. So it's actually insanely broken, but it's hard to get there because it's the most expensive path that you can get for a wizard monkey. Now what you saw me do is get Guided Magic and Wall of Fire, because a natural Wall of Fire will just kind of put it anywhere. Like, yeah, he put it over here for some reason when the Bloons are over this way. But a Guided Magic Wall of Fire will put it actually where the Bloons are coming from. See, he's putting it along this path. Even though he can't see the camos because he doesn't have camo detection, which is in this bottom path. You see the drawback there? So yeah, we have to go all the way on the top path. 27,000, we'll be able to unlock the Archmage. And yeah, it's Oben's level 10 now, so he unlocked his little wall of trees. It's free money right there. There you go. Yeah, all in all, looking pretty good. I think with this setup alone, I could probably get to around 100. But it's not quite there yet, because that is not my end goal for this episode. So I am going to start making money, because eventually that becomes very important. And I prefer banks over the other. Mostly just because I was using Ben for so long. Which is the hero that works really well with banks. If that wasn't obvious enough. Absolute decimation. I looked for a second like, oh, that might be a problem. No, not even slightly. Absolute destruction. Not even a problem. Not a problem, my guy. If you ever played this game yourself, this is literally all you need. Ignore him. You don't need him. And technically, instead of a wizard monkey, you could go with a city, village, whatever this is called, up here. Increase its range, and then get a camo detection. They'll all be able to shoot camos. And then get an alchemist somewhere around here, and you'll be golden until round 100. Like, there will not be a single problem this entire time. I still might do that anyway, just because this is a wonderful investment. I'm kind of debating it, and I have time to debate it. Oh god, I didn't realize you already were full. I'm going to start making money insanely fast here in a second, so I gotta catch up. Alright, I'm going to fill this bottom row with just banks. Some people might say that's a bad idea, but I have a plan. I'm still absolutely annihilating, so I'm not too worried yet either. I'm not getting a lot of money for these rounds, and it's kind of concerning me. There we go. Okay, now it's going to start dumping money on me. A wall of trees up, so free money whenever that's available. Perfect. This wall of trees is great, because it's basically like the wall of fire, but it actually gives me money at the end. And because Oben's shots are already guided, it basically acts like it's guided, so it puts it as the closest possible important point. So in this case, right at the start. I'm surprised it hasn't popped yet. Because I'm getting money for popping them. There we go. And when it bursts, I get that surge of money. Okay, 71. I'm going to just collect those all right now. Just so I can get this, Archmage. So now he can do Shimmer. He has Dragon's Breath, which is the better form of this, so he just shoots fire out and makes that wall of fire. You can kind of see it there. I kind of want to do this just because that's a really good ability. So once you can kind of see up here, the more balloons they pop, the higher this number drops, or higher this number rises. And then the wizard monkey himself spends this number to make these balloons. It's a lot stronger than it looks. Because each of those balloons is not like as strong as a green one. Those could probably take ceramics on their own, just because. And also this guy's range is a lot wider. So he can show a lot more camos. That was our first 5th tier. I don't know if I explained this in the last episode, though. You can only have one 5th tier tower of each type. So I can have a 5th tier Archmage, and that's it. No more Archmages. I can have a 5th tier Prince of Darkness, and that's it. No more Princes of Darkness. But I can also have both on the same map. So it's still worthwhile to get 3 of each type. I can only get 1 Avatar Wrath Druid. So sadly, only one of these is going to become absolutely broken. But that's a ways away, seeing as how it's almost 40,000 gold. I slowed it down. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, real quick. Just going to throw these alchemists in here. Larger Potion, Berserker Brew, Stronger Stimulant, Perishing Potion. Just to get rid of the fortified balloons with Perishing Potion. And the Stimulant is amazing. Keep in mind, I know it shows everything in this area can get buffed. You can only buff like 2 or 3 at a time. So I'm going to need another Alchemist on this side. I'm talking a lot faster, I'm realizing, but there's a lot more to cover now. So every so often, 2 or 3 of these are all going to be buffed at the same time, and they're just going to shred. Also going to put a village somewhere around here. Maybe not. I might want to save that, because I just had another idea. It's a money idea. I love making money in this game more than I actually love playing the game. It's insane. Can I collect these yet? Nope. Oh, this is going to be a rush. Okay, we're going to put these up now. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's dying so fast. Yeah. First time we've seen that type of bloom this run, and we just decimated it. Absolutely destroyed. Now, I don't know the names for all of them. I think it's a Moab, a something, a ZOMG, a BAD, and then the DDTs, or something like that. They all have acronyms. They all mean something. I haven't looked up half of them, so can't even act like I know them. Which I'd like to comment about the fact that this is a banana factory or research facility. Like, you can research bananas to make bananas. Like, it's not a farm. It is no longer a farm. So it's not farming bananas. So what is it doing to them? And this is just about maxed out, so I'm just going to collect it anyway. And I have 62,000. Let's... Best to check which has the highest pop count to see who's doing the most. Why do you have the highest pop count? I think he's covering more of the track. How is that a better position than literally right next to the track? Anyone else have higher than 80,000? I think he's more likely to get buffed because he's right next to the Alchemist, and he sees more of the track. So I think that's why he has a higher pop count. But that's why we check to see which one would be the most effective to upgrade. I know I've been going kind of slow, but I want you guys to actually see what's going on. And there's a lot to talk about, so. Okay, so Banana Central. I'm trying to get that, but also I think this one's cheaper, so maybe that. There is also a type of druid that makes farms produce faster. Not banks, but farms. And I'm debating getting that one, but I don't know how effective it'll be. Or if it's even worth it. But I do know what will be worth it. I just realized I can put another druid here, and the other 5-tier druid is equally insane because he calls windstorms or something. It's this top path, but I'm not sure. I want this middle or bottom one too. Probably the bottom because he's going to need to be blowing Bloons away from him. This top path, Druid of the Storm pushes him away. Heart of Thunder attacks all Bloons in an arc, like going all the way back to the start of the map. Ball of Lightning shoots out lightning on its own. 76,000 gold for a Superstorm, blasts all Bloons types for massive damage and blows them away from the exit. That on top of his insane buffs from Oben, the Alchemist, and the other Druids. This 1/5 tier has already like over tripled his pop counter just since, or not, it was 8,000, no, so almost tripled. Because it needs 4,000 more. Oh god, no, that's 200. That was 80 before. Oh god, you guys are doing work. The numbers in this game absolutely astound me. Like, no BS. This game is ridiculously addicting. That's another thing. The 5th tier Alchemist Permanent Brew, as you can assume, is a permanent upgrade. So it doesn't have to have this effect on it for it to be in effect, because eventually this wears out. I don't know if I'll be able to see it in time, but yeah, there. See, it ran out for a second. Let's put another Alchemist here, just so... Those are the DDTs, absolutely annihilated. Technically, that had camo. That's why they even made it down here. So that's where the wizards can actually see them. Prince of Darkness is amazing. I don't know if I want to wait or not, though. I don't want to, so we're doing that. Gets ridiculous range. And now summons mobs instead of regular balloons. Around 93, you're seeing we're just cruising right on by. Alright, so now that this game's basically in auto mode, I'll turn it down for you guys a little bit so I can just talk here for a second. But I'm going to talk about the channel here for a second. So, we just finished Little Nightmares 2. Great game. Freaked the hell out of me, but like, that's what makes a great game, right? Second I start talking about something else, they actually make some progress, but nope, they're immediately stopped. But yeah, so this Wednesday slot is open again. I am getting pretty far in Super Mario 64. About halfway, I'd say. I gotta be a little more than halfway, because I'm not getting all the stars. But because I'm about halfway done, I would just like to point out that the next Mario game is going to be Super Mario Galaxy, because that is one of the 3D All-Star games. And it's a good game, so I mean, I don't think anybody will necessarily deny that. I'm sorry, excuse me. Can I collect you yet? I can. Banana Central. Just every time it gives me 1,500. Alright, we're going to slow this down because this is the last round of 100. So yeah, for this Wednesday slot, I'm thinking the first thing we're going to have to get is Guilty Gear Strive comes out on the 11th. So of course, being a game I've been waiting for a hot minute. Oh, they disappeared immediately. Yeah. Yeah, that was... Okay, I didn't even have to worry. That was easy. Yeah, so Guilty Gear Strive is coming out next, so I think that's going to take the Wednesday slot. So, of course, Mario Galaxy on Monday. And for the Friday slot, I'm going to keep working on Dark Souls, of course, till that's finished. But I feel like it's going to start picking up the pace here soon, because I'm actually getting a lot stronger. Like, stats-wise. I don't know if I'll play any better. But, because that's working out so well, I don't know if I want to take a break before going straight into Dark Souls 3, because I went straight from Dark Souls 1 to Dark Souls 2. Kind of burned out about the whole Dark Souls thing. So I'm trying to think maybe finding a different Friday game, which of course could be one of the new games I'm looking forward to coming out, being, I think it's called Biomutant. Basically grounded meets an RPG martial arts something or other with superpowers, I don't know. It looked amazing. So I was debating on getting that. Or, I recently got into We Were Here. I think the first one came out like a long time ago, like 3-4 years ago. But they have We Were Here 2, We Were Here Together, and I've already played the first one with a friend, and I'm thinking of trying the rest of them. I know it's hectic what's going on the screen, but I don't really have anything I can do about it, so... So if you want to see me play some kind of like a multiplayer thing like We Were Here, which I would be fully willing to do. This is absolutely amazing, so I just thought I'd get that because why not? Everything you see in this yellow range takes damage every time a bomb hits. So it's absolutely amazing on this map. Turn down the noises a little bit. But yeah, so that's an idea. I could find a different co-op game to play if you don't want to see that. There was a different game I had an idea for. I can't remember what it was now. It like popped into my head for a second, then disappeared. I don't know what the heck happened. I made 121 bananas just from this one farm alone. This game, once you get going, it's just half this time it's a waiting game. I collect all those. Monkeynomics. And now, because of Monkeynomics, this ability just straight gives me $10,000 whenever I press it. It still does the normal increasing exponentially kind of thing. Just gotta do that. But then it's just free $10,000 every round or so. Also going to turn off auto start because I'm going to buy some stuff when I get a chance here. I think that was more than 10,000. Was that like 12,000? I didn't look down to read it. Waiting for the round to end. But yeah, any other good ideas for games? Shoot them. I'll at least look into it. But also with with Guilty Gear Strive, I am not good at fighting games. So I'm probably planning on taking a while to just sit back and learn the game. I know it's coming out on the 11th, but I won't be able to play it till Wednesday, so it should be plenty of time for me to start practicing it. But all in all, I don't know which one I want, actually. Fine, I'll go the top path. No, we'll go the middle path. Change my mind immediately. But all in all, I'm going to try and get good at it because I haven't exactly tried many fighting games, so it's not really good to say I'm just off the bat bad at them. I'm just not good. Oh, Oben's level 20. I didn't even realize that. Terror. Yeah, we'll get the anti-balloon. You know what? No, I haven't seen this before, so this should be interesting. He looks demonic. I'll give him that. I almost have enough to buy him already. Jesus. There we go. Did his range get bigger? Oh, God, he got bigger. What are his guns made of? Oh, I thought his hat was part of the gun. I was like, why did that look like a downgrade? No, okay. Fair enough. Okay. What else can I buy for this? Oh, I didn't even get you. I talked so much hype about you. Oh, his range for his ability got larger too. That's amazing. Yeah, it is 12,000. Okay, I actually checked that time. So every time I collect from him, he gives me 12,000. That's amazing. He can eradicate everything in like this whole area. That's perfect. As you probably saw, I don't use the Super Monkey as much because I only had like 100,000 experience where I had millions for these druids. But I mean, once you take into account the fact that Oben buffs all magic monkeys, there we go, now you can see his guns. If I could just get him a little farther, actually, I can do this. Bigger radius, jungle drums. This middle path's broken, so we'll go down that path. Because if, with this ability, which you see it just put this one here, with this ability, it doubles the effectiveness of all monkeys for 20 seconds. Which is enough to just clear an entire round with my current setup. But yeah, late game, the whole idea is basically just get as many abilities as possible. Because if you can spam abilities, you're doing something right. There it is. Also gets dramatically harder, as you've seen, from like 120 or 100 to 120. I've seen so many bad balloons that it's just normal at this point. Oh, I don't think I explained this. This monkey village, by natural, like if you just put it down, it increases the range of everything around it. So increased Oben so that he could reach the super monkey. Jungle drums increases attack speed. The first upgrade up this top was increased radius, so he could reach more. And then this middle path was stops regrows. Everything can shoot camos, so now even my druids can shoot them before they're revealed. All monkeys can pop all balloons, so that's great right there. And then the ability. I don't know if you want me to explain every little one, but I'm going to quickly go by every time I get something new. And of course, any questions, leave it in the comment section. I will still answer any question left in the comment section. But eventually, this entire game will actually start lagging your computer because there's so much junk on screen. Because keep in mind, this is pretty tame. I've kept everything in like this one area with like my banks down here, and then this guy just because he hits everything. Because his bombs drop right on that little reticle, and then the blast radius is just huge. I love him. I love him. I only recently figured it out, but I love him. Now, I keep forgetting about you. I need to upgrade you. Oh, I can collect all of these. Okay. Where is he? Nope, that's not him. This one. A sweet white robe. Let's slow this down. There, see? You see a tornado just go by, spawn like 5 lightning balls there, and it just shredded those DGTs and pushed them all the way back to the start. It can't push the bads. Nothing can push the bads. But it's still insanely useful because the second they're no longer bads, right back to the start you go. Right back to the start. All of them right back to the start. It's amazing. That's literally why it costs so much, but it's absolutely amazing. Has anybody not been upgraded to a 5th tier that's currently on the screen? No, you both have. This upgrade for the middle path for the banks is essentially useless, so I ignore it because that's $6,000 I have to waste on that. But yeah, we've basically got our core force down. We can probably go almost to like 200 just off this. So now it's just messing with seeing what we can do. So I'm going to put you here. I'm going to make you a 025. Because now this can be set to target independently, whereas normally the Dartling Gunner you actually have to aim with the mouse cursor. So once they get in range, they'll actually start shooting on its own. There you go. Kind of shoot him. See him shooting 4 different barrels of buckshot just off in this direction. And now he gets 6 barrels and shoots even faster. This pop count is every single balloon it pops. So this is popping 2, 3, 5,000 a second. That just jumped for a second. So everything's getting a lot of pops per second. This has hit 4 million. Just because we've had him since the beginning. Oben's at only like half that. But he's made us money and is what's buffing everybody else. So I guess he can live. He's only done 500,000, but he's doing all his balloons along this path, which they're barely getting that far. He's a support. He's doing over 500,000. I'm surprised you aren't doing more. I guess because you're not seeing much of the track. Yeah. Yeah, they're good. I will give them that. They're mostly good for mob damage. So they won't have high pops, but they'll be what's breaking the mobs the fastest. This guy's just got 1,000,000. He actually doesn't have that many, but just by the fact that he pushes them back so fast, it's great. He's going to be catching up very fast because that's a great tower. I next am thinking of building another one of the most expensive towers. Go advanced tiring, faster, focused firing. This is going to be a 5-2-0 because this is literally just a laser beam and everything along the path takes damage continuously. There we go. And I need 80,000 for the next one, but as you can see, it's already a beam. And I have it already pointed at the beginning. So see, this one you actually do have to aim, or you can lock into place. Of course, I don't want to sit here aiming it because I already have to do so much with my mouse with this stupid thing down here. But yeah, now at this point, it's just a matter of getting as many 5th tiers out as you can. And yes, the 5th tier Super Monkey is like the strongest tower in the game. But it costs so much money, it sacrifices so many towers, it's just all around near impossible to set up, especially mid-game, that I can't afford to. So we're just not going to set it up. Besides, this video can't go on forever, so I'm going to activate auto start again and just let this run for a while. Okay, so we're at about round 156, and these rounds are taking so long that I think I'm about to call it quits here. But I'm going to real quick show you why I don't use the Super Monkey in like regular, just fun playthroughs. So let's see, how much damage can we cause? And you'll know what I mean here in a second. So that's about 50,000. That's easily 50,000. So there's military and magic. That's support. That's not nearly 50,000. But between those two together, that should be about. So I think, yeah, we found the perfect spot for it. It'll be right here. He's probably going to take the Super Monkey, actually, and become fine. So if I could get him to not take that, that'd be great. Okay. I don't know how well this will work. I'm going to put him right here. Obviously, you can see I have 143,000 coins. And I did this because it's very expensive. But the final upgrade for the Super Monkey here at the top is the Sun Temple. Well, not the final upgrade. I don't have the final upgrade yet, but the upgrade I was dreading is the Sun Temple. Tower sacrifices, enhance, and modify the temple's attacks. Okay, what that means is he's going to actually consume towers around him. Oh, crap. I forgot you were there. Oh, well. And become stronger. So everything within his range is going to disappear. I think I got the Druid in his range, so that's probably going to go. Whoops. But yeah, everything in his range is going to disappear, and depending on what he absorbs is how strong he becomes. Now, he can only absorb 3 of the 4, or at least only shows 3 of the 4 tower attributes. But depending on what he absorbs is what his powers will be. I don't know specifically what they are. I know for some reason he gets planes flying around him when there's like military. I think he spawns little sun avatars when there's either magic or primary. I don't know. Whole point is everything in this area is going to disappear. Depending on how important everything in this area is, he gets stronger. And I think the limit is if the troop costs like 50,000 gold. So where you can see it sell at the bottom. I don't know if that's how much it costs to make the troop or how much it would sell for, but if it's either or, this will definitely make him a military specializing, because that's where the Dartling gun is. This would definitely make him a magic, because that's obviously over 50,000. And then I'm not sure if he'll be a support between these two, being about 50,000, or a primary being this, somewhere in the ballpark. But here we go, fingers crossed. Hopefully he doesn't take everything. This is why I didn't want to do this. The temple demands sacrifices. All nearby towers will be destroyed, enhancing the temple's incredible power in different ways. You have been warned. Do it. So yeah, he ate everything. That's not a... I wish I could tell what... like how upgraded it is, because it doesn't look as tall as it should be. Maybe it is. Anyway, whole point is I saved not getting the range upgrades because that means he'd consume more. So with the range upgrades now, he can basically cover the whole map. Maybe that's why it looks better now. It's a great tower. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I didn't sacrifice my druid form. Great. But keep in mind, I got rid of my Dartling Gunner here. I got rid of my Super Monkey here. Got rid of my Engineer, a Spike Factory, a Inferno Ring. I got rid of so many great towers for this one tower. And he is amazing. Let's slow this down a little bit. As you can see, it got very hectic while you weren't watching. So he has planes that shoot golden bombs and darts every second, like super fast. His main tower shoots huge blasts of ridiculous damage, ridiculously fast. And I don't know if you saw this up here, but he spawned a sun avatar just for the fun of it. So he's ridiculously good, but because I missed 5-6 towers in this area, they're getting pretty far. I thought they'd immediately overrun me, to be fair, but I thought I was losing my druid, so this didn't turn out as bad as I thought it would. I honestly thought it'd be a lot worse. Now, there's an upgrade past this, but I get nowhere near unlocking that. So we'll see how that turns out in the long run. I don't think it counts these planes as part of its pops. And apparently every round it makes me 5,000 gold. That's amazing. That alone makes it amazing. Because this wasn't even 100,000 gold to get here. So literally in like 20 rounds, it's paid for itself. Okay, fair enough. You have to really, really be careful on what you consume, but this run's not dead. I thought this would kill this run. And I have enough money to rebuild what I lost. Permaspikes is broken. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't know how it works. I don't know why it works, but it works. The spikes usually disappear at the end of the round. Permaspikes makes it so it doesn't. At least not for a while. Faster production. And they do wicked damage. I don't know how it works. It just works well. Yeah, honestly, I could just rebuild these almost all immediately. He's also buffing everyone around him. You can see his little face there. That means he's doing something. I don't know what that means. I'm taking it, though. I don't think that's how I upgraded him last time. I think I might have messed that up, but who cares? Dude. This run, I thought, was dead. Every time I've gotten the Sun Temple, the run has died immediately. I should have an alchemist over here. What am I doing? He could be even stronger. Yeah, now he's buffed. I don't even have that many, like, sources of money. You give 1,000 every round? This is the other druid. You've made 41,000 just on your own. Okay. So that druid is pretty good. He's getting a buff from all the way. Oh, yeah, your range is ridiculous. So everything's stronger, too. Even the... Dude. I also put this down here just to make every cooldown lower fast. I got a bunch of 5 tiers just because I wanted to. So here's for the sub. Got an Energizer, Sub Commander, and Preemptive Strike. Got the biggest one, Bloons Incinerator, and Poppin' Awe. So I've just gotten like as many of the 5th tiers as I could. Speaking of which, I'll get my buddy back. Boom. Oh, I don't have enough money. It's not a problem I run into a lot. I was going to end the episode here, but like it's not done. Oh, he's still following my cursor. Whoops, my bad. Where did that fireball come? That fireball came from like down here. If you guys lose my cursor, I do too. Once it starts getting this hectic, I lose it like every other round. So I have to like bring it over to this right and like, okay, it's on the menu, and then bring it back in. see how hectic this game gets, though? It's insane. We're recording for what, like an hour? And it just keeps going. And every round takes so long to get through. And you have to pay attention the entire round to see what's coming. All of these little blasts are the small sun avatars that the temple has made, and that giant blast just annihilates. There's permaspikes everywhere. But yeah, all in all, even I learned something new. But even though it hasn't ended, I'm going to have to end this episode here. I'll let the run keep going, and I'll probably figure out what round it gets to. But I gotta upload this tonight, so thank you all so much for watching. This has been the Ginger Ninja. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave it in the comment section. I'm doing that one first because I want to hear people's input on this game, because my friend said he likes seeing these videos, but I don't know exactly how well they do. Don't forget to like the video. Lets me know that the series is doing well and that you guys want to keep seeing this. This is just kind of my like off day if I'm, I don't know, just kind of having fun. Might as well. Oh, let me move this for real quick so you can see what's down here at the bottom. Nothing too special. It's just the final form of the bank and the 5th tier middle for the mortar. I think that's middle. Yeah, that's middle. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you get notified when new videos are coming out. Thank you again so much for watching. This has been the Ginger Ninja. I will see you all in the next video I record, alright? Peace.